What's up YouTube, it's Louis here bringing you today's cryptocurrency video. We're going to take a look at Firo, and I just want to, before we get into this video, I just want to say that not many people did watch my last Firo update, and it was, I think, one of my most in-depth updates, but no matter, no worry, we will cover what I did in the previous video. Let's start with the monthly. So at the moment I am seeing a lower low on the monthly time frame, but we're still okay at the moment because we haven't closed this monthly out yet, and until then we can't make a judgment off this current candle. We can only make a judgment off the last one, and the last one we did back test this level as support, the EMAs. So that's what we need to see. We need to either see a close up here, nice wick, and if it were to wick up now, it'd look like a spinning top or like a bullish hammer. Okay, so that's what we need to see, or just literally close above this, because you can see last time we lost it, we got back above, lost it, got back above, and confirmed that support. Not one time when you got above here you confirmed that support, only over here. So you actually have confirmed that support. Now we need to see, even if we do break below, are we going to retest it as resistance, or are we going to close lower than this? This is what we need to watch out for. So let's now take a look at the weekly time frame. So actually on the weekly you can see that you have closed the lower low of the bodies now. The week before you hadn't, and this week you have. Now on the daily time frame it does look a bit better, but basically what I want to see, yeah, you can see that the body's actually closed on this wick. So this is actually quite positive because you haven't broken the actual low of the wick yet. Yeah, we have with the wicks, but not with the bodies. Of course, this wick's just open, and you have with that, with the new candle, but as long as we're above this, we could potentially be forming a double bottom. We could, of course, make that large M pattern. Of course, if we were to close below this wick, then yeah, it would come into play, and we'll go through that in a bit more detail. But as long as you're above this weekly support, which is sitting around $4.63, as long as you're above $4.63 to $4.41, we're basically good for continuation. However, I don't like that. Well, of course, we're below the 200 and all the EMAs basically, because this is basically saying that we are in a downtrend. So of course that's negative, but as long as we can create a higher low in this downtrend, then you can potentially invalidate that, because if you make a higher low, you should then potentially make a higher high. So it's all about the structure now. It's all about price action in itself. So now let's take a look at the daily time frame. So I was going through my last video about this head and shoulders over here. We went through this in the past, how this did not meet, and I was saying that potentially this won't meet, because I think I was measuring from the top here, but actually we're measuring from the body. And then the previous videos, if you didn't watch my last Firo video, I was saying that the 382 is your neckline, but that would be incorrect because you don't have any bodies here. So you've measured from that body to the next body, so you can see multiple touches and the wick rejection over there. So this is why this is the true neckline of the head and shoulders. You actually now have met the technical target, which was this resistance back testing at support at $4.71. So you have met the bearish pattern's target. So this means that we're now waiting for a new pattern. So we need to do that. What I do like about these candlesticks over here is that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 bullish candlesticks, bullish hammer, spinning top, doji, but spinning top, and then obviously we need to see what goes on next. You did have a higher low with yesterday, but today you've actually now forming a lower low. But again, we can't go off current candle. I will of course give you bearish targets today and some bullish targets. So let's smash the thumbs up button. Thank you guys for all your support. Let's get this video to roughly about, let's say if we can get it to 20 likes, that would be very appreciated. So let's now take a look back at the drawings. You can see over here in the past we've bounced off nicely off this line slash this green line, this 0786. So in the past you've had amazing bounces from here. Can you see that? So this is why I'm expecting a bounce. This massive red candle over here is looking very similar to this one, and after that had an amazing pump. Of course, you look direct next candle, you actually had wicks to the upside saying there's weakness in Firo, but eventually filled in that wick and continued up. Could we see something like that over here where we go up? We need to see a bottoming out structure. So a lot of people could be calling this a massive double bottom. We need to see us start pumping for me to get confident in that. So at the moment, can you see we're very overextended from the 20 EMA? We need a retest soon. Basically, we have been caught under this 12 EMA, just like you were here. Look, this was your tap of the 20, and ever since you never got it, and you started getting very overextended to the downside. So similar thing, you got a tap of the 20 here, but very overextended from it. So we need to come to it soon. Are we going to get to it and carry on rolling over, or are we going to break it, confirm its support and start heading back up. This is what we need to see basically. So I'm going to turn the drawings back on. Basically this is like sort of our last layer of defense, this 786 slash the 1, because if you're losing the 786 you will be going to the 1, and if you lose the 1 we will be going all the way down to here, which of course we do not want to see. So we're going to go look at it a bit closer right now on the 4-hour time frame. And even though I didn't make a video for Firo yesterday, I did post some pictures on Twitter with the chart, and I was telling you guys that we do want to get above this 0618, and if we fail to, that's when we're going to see a rollover and potentially see this M pattern. And I said that we must stay above this wick if we want to eventually continue back up. But of course we've lost that now with a 4H candle close. So if we backtest this as resistance, we're going to fall to the 0. And I now will give you technical targets to the downside. So I'm going to measure from this wick to the top here. I do like this wick though, I really do like it. So if we were to come down, expect it to be filled in and hopefully we double bottom here. But at the moment I really like that wick basically, because it is a massive bullish signal, because it's showing you strength in Firo. We were all the way down here and the bulls pushed it all the way back up. So we're at $4.66 and the bulls pushed it to $5.16 at the close. You did actually go to $5.30, but you just closed at $5.15.16. But now we have lost that wick, so it seems like we're rolling over and creating this M pattern. I'm just going to get you a technical target for that using just a price action. So that would be, look, down to in and around this wick down here, so around $4.85, which would still be higher than this low. So I'm going to now use the Fibonacci's, measuring from the swing low to the swing high. If we were to lose $4.60, I would expect Firo to roll over, unless, no, I draw that for you, I would expect Firo to roll over to $4.26. And I think at that point it would be lower lows on the monthly time frame. But as long as we don't close there, we're still good. Sorry about that. But so if we were to now come back up and break above the 0618, which is lining up with the 4-hour 55 EMA, we would then have a technical target to $5.90 out of this potential double bottom, one bottom, and wherever the second bottom lands. Remember, it could land down here and eventually come up, and this over here would be your neckline. We're basically sort of ranging now with multiple fake outs, so this would be the bottom of your range. Or let's draw that properly. So this is the top of your range, and this is sort of the bottom of your range basically. So in a range you basically should buy support and sell resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. So you will be coming down to in and around here, and that's sort of in the same area of where that M pattern's target is basically. So we do basically want to stay above the 0 point, and if not, we're heading down to here, as we know, $4.25. Just going to drag this up to the 0 point. So if we were to get above the 0618, you'd go to this first target and then to that 1618, bring you above the EMAs. But yeah, I think that's it for Firo. It's got a lot of work to do, hasn't it? And if Bitcoin continues to roll over, and of course Firo is going to look like absolute poo, guys, to be honest. But let me see if there's any fibs on the daily time frame. Yeah, you could measure from here to here, but I think I've already just done that. Yeah, that's the same target. Okay, yeah, that's it for Firo today, guys. It's got a lot of work to do. We need to see these key levels to hold, basically. If you can hold above the 0, you could start working your way back up the fibs, but we need this to bottom out for me to give you some new fib levels, basically. Look, so you had a bounce from the 0, got all the way to the 786, got a bit extended, now falling back to the 0618, which we would have liked to see that hold, but you've actually now lost that. So you are potentially rolling over. We need to hold that 0, basically. It's all about that 0 point, otherwise we will continue downwards. But again, we're still in this range. Lose the bottom of the range, we're going to continue down. So I hope you understood that video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.